In a recent decision, a federal judge denied DOGE access to sensitive Labor Department records. This ruling is the latest twist in a saga that has raised concerns about government transparency and potential overreach by private entities. DOGE, short for Digital Oversight Group for Efficiency, is an initiative led by tech mogul Elon Musk. It claims to aim for greater efficiency within government agencies. DOGE's formation has been shrouded in controversy since its inception. Critics argue that it lacks proper oversight and transparency. The judge's decision highlights the growing unease surrounding DOGE's activities. The ruling centers around a request for records by a Tesla employee union. This union, also called DOGE, Defenders of Organized General Employees, suspects labor violations. They sought information from the Labor Department. However, the judge sided with the union, denying DOGE access to these records. This decision has thrown DOGE's future into question. It underscores the legal challenges the initiative faces. The judge's ruling cited concerns about DOGE's unusual structure and potential for conflicts of interest. This decision is a setback for Musk and his team, who have defended DOGE's legitimacy. It remains to be seen how DOGE will proceed in light of this ruling. The legal battle is far from over. Both sides are likely to continue their fight in court. The outcome will have significant implications for government transparency and the role of private entities in public affairs. Labor unions have been among DOGE's most vocal critics. They argue that DOGE's access to sensitive government data poses a significant risk. Unions fear this data could be used to target union members or stifle organizing efforts. Their concerns stem from DOGE's lack of transparency and accountability. Unlike traditional government agencies, DOGE operates with minimal oversight. One major concern is the potential for data breaches. Unions point to DOGE's use of unfamiliar software and servers. This raises concerns about the security of sensitive employee information. The potential chilling effect on workers' rights is another major concern. If employees fear their personal data could be accessed by their employer through DOGE, they may be less likely to speak out against unfair labor practices. The lack of clear guidelines and regulations surrounding DOGE's activities further exacerbates these concerns. Unions argue that DOGE's access to government data must be subject to the same rigorous oversight and accountability measures as any other government entity. They demand greater transparency from both DOGE and the government agencies it interacts with. The protection of workers' rights and sensitive personal information hinges on addressing these concerns. DOGE's structure has been a point of contention since its inception. Critics argue that it blurs the lines between public and private entities in an unprecedented way. While DOGE claims to be an advisory group, its critics argue that it functions more like a shadow agency. The judge in the recent ruling even described DOGE's structure as odd and straining credulity. DOGE's stated purpose is to improve government efficiency. However, unions and other critics argue that its true agenda is to advance the interests of Elon Musk and his companies. They point to DOGE's focus on cutting government staff and contracts, which they see as benefiting Musk's businesses. The lack of transparency surrounding DOGE's operations makes it difficult to discern its true motives. This lack of clarity fuels suspicions and undermines trust in the initiative. Adding to the controversy is the involvement of individuals with close ties to Musk within DOGE. This raises concerns about conflicts of interest and undue influence. The recent legal challenges are forcing DOGE to defend its structure and purpose. Until DOGE addresses these concerns and operates with greater transparency, it will continue to face scrutiny and opposition. The potential for data breaches and misuse of sensitive information is a major concern surrounding DOGE. Critics argue that DOGE's access to vast amounts of government data combined with its unorthodox structure creates significant security risks. The fact that DOGE personnel were approved to use software like PuTTY, which is known to have security vulnerabilities, has further heightened these concerns. The conflict of interest concerns are equally troubling. Elon Musk's vast business empire, which includes companies like Tesla and SpaceX, raises questions about whether DOGE's activities could benefit his companies at the expense of taxpayers. These companies have faced scrutiny and investigations from government agencies like OSHA. The fact that DOGE could potentially access information related to these investigations is a clear conflict of interest. The Justice Department's defense of DOGE, arguing that its personnel are detailed U.S. government employees, has done little to quell these concerns. Critics argue that even if DOGE personnel have undergone security clearances, the lack of transparency and oversight surrounding the initiative still poses significant risks. Until DOGE addresses these concerns and implements robust security measures and conflict of interest policies, it will continue to face opposition and legal challenges. The need to balance efficiency with transparency, accountability, and the protection of sensitive information is paramount.